morning and hello, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Supermodel Racing Review for Thursday the 18th of August 2022. Quick look at yesterday's results then for Wednesday the 17th. We were at Musselburgh on the flat in the 240. We had to go at two horses in that race. We had to go at number one, the Jinxter, which came third at 16 to 1. We initially had a pound per £8 unit on at 8.8 to 1, which originally we thought was quite good, but it drifted. So we then topped it up later with another pound, so we had £2 per £8 unit at 13 to 1, and we still didn't get the top price. As you can see, it drifted out to 16 to 1. And we're also on this number 6, Quellhild or whatever you say, and we had a pound per £8 at 40 to 1 on that. So anyway, what happened there? Well, we decided that this leading company and Jim's Cracker were of a similar ilk. In fact, we slightly preferred Jim Cracker actually, but we decided that they were worth taking on. In the end, they came first and second, 8 to 11 and 5 to 2. And basically our horse Jinxter, the third, had a semi-difficult trip. It came a little bit wide, lost a fair bit of ground. And it might have done a little bit better, but basically they didn't fire, and this one certainly didn't fire. So the analysis wasn't bad. We thought they'd come round the bend, and this Jinxter would kick on and see off these other two, but it didn't happen that way. But it wasn't a forlorn hope if you watch the race. At 16 to 1, even though we didn't get that, just kept drifting, was not a bad bet. Anyway, so we lost £3, which is exposure per £8 of 0.375. In our case, we lost £300. So anyway, the account is plus 69.14 units in profit. So we'll stop it there and write up today's racing. We're back. We've written up today's racing then for Thursday the 18th. No filter one, which is our structure filters. We do get those, but not at the moment. Ratio filter nil with the alternate, so we've got one. So we're at Chepstow on the flat in the 215. It's a handicap class 5, 3-year-old plus 0 to 75, 1 mile 14 yards good. And there's a weight for age also, which we haven't written on there. What was it? Weight for age £6. So that's 3-year-olds. And the only 3-year-old is this lady. Packs a punch. Alright, so it's model 99. Thing about that is significant. Now Chepstow, the mile, it's on the straight chute, so they it's like a ski ramp if you like. They go downhill, some undulations, and to the finish line, and it's very fast. It's one of the fastest 8 furlongs in the business. To give you an idea then, so it's model 99, maximum being 100. Dundalk and Lungfield are 96 at a mile on the all-weather, and they're pretty fast. Kempton, Newcastle, slightly slower, 95. Wolverhampton, 93. And Chelmsford and Southall, 92, a lot slower. So it really is quick, and that is the key to the race, really. We've had some non-runners, and there's 3 left in the race. Now, the likely favourite is this number 4, Aliara, which is odds on. What do we know about that? It ran at Chepstow and Wolverhampton and Foss at 8. Now they're relatively slower conditions. Wolverhampton's 92. Chepstow is where we are, 99, which was the second run, and Foss is model 93. But if you watch those, those races in the context of what we're talking about, you can see that horse, it needs slower than model 99. It can win if it's slower, and that's the key to it. And if you watch the replays, as we said, you can see that horse won't really go a 99 pace at a mile. So we can give that the chop. So that leaves us with this number 2. Alpha Crew. And what do we know about Alpha Crew? Well, it's been running at Doncaster on the 23rd of the 4th, 8 furlongs, which is model 95, and also Newmarket on July course on the 25th of June, 8 furlongs, model 96. and then it wins at Hamilton and Pontefract, which are quite slow courses, so that sort of tempers it a little bit. But it's been in much better class races, but it's fairly one-paced. But it's got that balancing situation really there. So, but it's massively outgunning this Aliarara, which has been in very weak races. This is what is it? It's a 65-75, and Aliara has been in, as we said, 64-70, 46-64. That was its first last race, which it was rated from. So pretty weak. So we're going to use this Alpha Crew as our low profit break even sort of hedge. So we've got £2 of £8 on at 9 to 4, giving us effectively £4.50 if it wins to play with. And we've sort of fed £2.50 of that potential winnings of £4.50 into this Lady Packs a Punch, which we've got £2.50 on at 6.6 to 1, roughly 13 to 2. Now, what do we know about Lady Packs a Punch? Well, it's changed trainers. That's something to bear in mind. It had 3 runs to get its handicap mark. Lingfield 8 furlongs as a 2-year-old. Novice fillies, model 96. So one of the quicker miles on the all-weather. Fosslas, again, quite 7.5 furlongs, just over the 7, which is model 97, as opposed to the mile, which is a fair bit slower. And also at Kempton, 8 furlongs, 95. Now, Lingfield, the first race at Lingfield, it was 4 wide round the turn, so it had a very wide trip, and it was drawn 12 and ran very well indeed. So that was a big tick. And Fosslas, it will go the pace at the 7.5, which is slightly slower than here, but it's still promising. And then Kempton, its 3rd run, it ran reasonably well, but it was eased and they keep an eye on its handicap mark. It then had a 253-day break. Came back to Brighton, which sort of feeds in well with our idea of Chepstow, because Brighton is modelled at 98 over the mile, and it had a sort of mediocre performance there, and it was eased effectively, but it probably needed the race, having been off for 253 days. And then it changed trainers. So, and this new trainer has got the right idea. It put it into Chepstow, which he'll be ideally suited to. They put a £5 claimer on. It's a 3-year-old, and it gets £6 weight for age. So 5 and 6, 11. So it's got £11 to play with there, and it's a decent horse. So that's going to really drive the profit. As I say, we've got slightly more on this £2.50 plays £2. So we're betting against this odds-on favourite Aliara, which we don't think will be suited to the fast mile, and it's been running in weak races and has been pumped up through the handicap. So and it looks quite vulnerable. So that's what we're doing. There's only 3 in the race, so can't ask for any more than that. So we'll see what happens. We'll review it tomorrow. If you subscribe, thank you very much, and welcome any new subscribers. And we'll stop it there. And thanks for watching, and goodbye.